Another finals of losing our minds at the spellbindingly entertaining matches which took place is finally at its winding point. The grand final matchup is set. Before we discuss the October Classic, let us lament those who have fallen this September. No real bitching about them here. They gave the Roosters all they could possibly handle and emerged as a team to watch in the future. That depth which I complained about in the last video, it showed up in this game. Unfortunately, inexperience got the better of them. What the fuck is this play? Honest to God question. If Patrick Herbert passes right earlier to Fafita or Corey Thompson, Gold Coast moves on. That play 100% cost him the season. He won't live that down. I have two words about the Knights this September. Snake bitten. Try as they might against the Eels, their luck just couldn't hold. They pushed them to the wire but unfortunately were the victims of a possible uncalled knock-on by Gutherson and a penalty try in the closing minutes. That injury to Tyson Frizzell was just icing on the cake. This game has shown that the Knights are close to realising their potential, but may need to do more work this offseason in order to realise it. But what do? Hope the young guys take more leaps and bounds? Go all in for free agents? Gagai might just be the start. Decisions, man. I can't say I didn't see this coming. Getting lucky to escape from the clutches of a humiliating first round defeat against the Titans is one thing, but coming up against Manly? No contest. They got humbled, outplayed, outfought, you name it, out everything. This team was even lucky to be here because of all the injuries. I have no clue as to what the club does this offseason. They're slammed up against the cap, so they might have to stand pat, flush the prospect system and allow their players to get healthy. They're about a year or two away from premiership contention. It'll be a rough 2 years of mediocrity. Before I say anything else, you guys fought hard despite losing in the second round again. This was a damn good game to watch, and it became an old-fashioned arm wrestle of who could blink first. It came down to the great equalizer in the finals, situational awareness. Unfortunately, Junior Paulo was the first to lose his. It's a damn shame that it had to be him, as he had a great game otherwise. Let me get the elephant out of the room. Yes, the Eels were jobbed by several bad calls, including the trainer stopping the game and the free interchange fiasco stopping momentum on the Panthers' goal line. But here's my take. The Eels had plenty of chances beforehand and made some crucial errors to allow the Panthers to get the ball back and regroup. Oh my god, the officials are garbage? Next thing you'll tell me is that every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. Also, you guys should have been in the top 4 competing for a second round bye, but couldn't beat quality opponents. You might not be in this position if you played up to your potential in the regular season. Get up and try again next year, boys. At the worst time possible, Manly decided to revert to the form they had at the beginning of the year when they lost 4 in a row. They were abhorrent in the first half, at one point only completing 7 of 12 sets while staring at a deficit of 22 by halftime. The second half didn't fare much better. Manly, this may be a rough ending, but take comfort in this. You guys have turned a lot of heads this season and have returned to a status of respectability. You'll be back here again soon enough. What was the 19-game winning streak worth in the end? What was the minor premiership worth? To falter at the final hurdle when you were heavily favoured to win? To look several gift horses in the mouth and shit all over them? Let's not lie here, you choked. Badly. Penrith was all but handing you the W with so many errors in their own half. Gifts on a silver platter to put the game away, but you didn't take them. In fact, you made so many of your own errors. Maybe in this time frame, we can see Craig Bellamy not become a stubborn dinosaur and try some creativity on offense instead of running up the gut on the goal line with a depleted forward pack. You choked. Nobody feels bad for you. The grand final matchup is set. Two teams have overcome all the obstacles to have a chance at glory. In the far west of Sydney. Things look shaky for the Panthers in these finals. They had to do it the hard way, crawling past the trap of the Eels and their boogeyman in the storm. But they regrouped. That's what great teams do. They regroup. The Panthers are a great team, looking to certify that with a premiership. We know about Nathan and Ivan Cleary from last year, so I'll skip formalities. This time, I want to do a deeper highlight of some of the guys I glossed over or missed out. Let's start with his number 6. Jerome Lewis is a player who's leading the new wave of 5'8", one that blends agility, speed, creativity, and an elite kicking game which took full flight when Cleary was injured. His best friend, Brian To'o. The 23-year-old's speed and strength on the wing makes him near unstoppable. He can also cut inside and ram at the defensive line to make effective meters. Another game changer of this squad? Stephen Crichton, a man who makes his own luck. Spectacular play after spectacular play, bailing out his team time and time again. You want to see the forward pack? Try Apisai Korisau having a career year, becoming one of the most underrated dummy halves in the league. Moses Leota filling the void of James Tarmow. The face of the forward pack? James Fisher-Harris. The starting number 10 has been nothing short of revolutionary this season, at one point being in the race for the Dally M medal. A forward even being in the race for it in this day and age is unheard of. You want to see what's behind door number 2? Try the second row, filled to the brim with versatility. Viliame Kikau taking over games whenever he wants to, Kurt Capewell being the heart and soul of the team with his uncanny try-scoring ability, and Isaiah Yeo providing a danger for opposing defenses through the middle with his mystical short passes. Dylan Edwards from the fullback position becoming one of the most dangerous in the game, Paul Momorowski with too much strength for a center, and Matt Burton becoming one of the most exciting youngsters in the league. The bench you say? That is surely a weak point. Well, try dealing with Liam Martin and Tavita Pangai Jr. This Panthers team has experience. They know the pain of losing a grand final, and they don't want to experience it again, although their opponent from the southeast will make sure they do. I have to say this extremely begrudgingly. Congratulations! Your team finally made it past the third round of the finals. Damn it, those memes were good. Had to come to an end sometime. The Rabbitohs are an outfit just like the Japanese in World War II. No matter what, they fight to the very last man to get the desired result. That mentality only galvanizes the weapons on display. Despite his suspension, we have to mention Latrell Mitchell. He has been the key component to this third place finish and has become a legitimate superstar despite his dirty and reckless play. The rest of the team has fared extremely well even without him. The main man is none other than Adam Reynolds. A club legend will get his send-off game with a chance to bring the club another premiership. At 31, he is still the best kicker in the game and the heartbeat of his club. Next to him is Cody Walker, one of the best 5/8s in the game as the X factor of his team. His ability to pop up out of nowhere and create is a skill few possess and even less defenses can figure out. In place of Mitchell, a converted halfback in Blake Taffy, the emergency call-up played outstanding football in the finals and came to his team's aid when called upon. The forward pack is outright scary with one of the best dummy halves in the game in Damien Cook ready to burst through for a quick ball to his forwards like Jai Arrow and Tom Burgess. The second row, loaded. The face of it being Cameron Murray, a tough, versatile leader who is the X factor in the front. Other pieces such as Keenan Kolomatangi, Tavita Totola, and Jaden Sewer make this into an even sharper buzzsaw. The back row is full of threats. Jackson Paulo being an effective target man, Alex Johnson proving that he deserves superstar money by being the top try scorer in the league by a wide margin, Dane Gagai proving he's still got more in the tank, and Campbell Graham being one of the toughest defenders in the league. With Wayne Bennett searching for his 8th ring to reaffirm his case as the GOAT, this Souths team has all the pieces to match Penrith on paper. So who will it be taking Provan and Summons? This game could go down to the wire. The star talent on each side can match each other at every turn. Let me say now that I understand everyone's rooting for Souths to win because of the refereeing controversy that Penrith was gifted, but I'm a rival fan. I don't care for these feelings. I want them to suffer horrible and agonizing pain. And that's why I think they'll win it all by at least 4 points. Why? Too many things going in their way. And the second round bye which they got by beating Penrith. And I will be crying in the corner with a 12 case of VB while hiding from the arrogance of Souths fans when it happens.